For more, I'm joined now by UTS Students Association President Andy Zephyr. Andy Zephyr, good morning. We'll get to the substance of your concerns about the budget in a moment, but first off, what's planned with the protests in Sydney where you are today?
Hey, so we've been here since 7 a.m. The staff at UTS are striking today against university management. Just another effect of the budget cuts to tertiary education that's been happening over the past couple months. And of course, the budget's come out and we're very angry about that. So we'll be protesting at 2:30. The students will be gathering from all over New South Wales. And in fact, students from all over Australia will be gathering in their universities or their major cities. And they'll be protesting against the budget and against the Liberal government.
And in Sydney, is there a plan to march through the streets into the CBD?
Yeah, so we'll be gathering here in front of UTS at 2:30 and we'll be hearing some speakers and then we'll be marching through to Town Hall at maybe about 3:30 to 4.
Have you got a permit for that?
Yes, so we've been in contact with police. We always are, we have to be. Unfortunately, with Form 1s, you've got to give them a week notice.
Yeah, we were just seeing some shots and we just heard some comments there from Julie Bishop and saw some vision of where she was kind of jostled. I think that was in Sydney just in the last week or so. There's a bit of a negative reaction to that from some quarters. Do you accept that does offend some people when you jostle politicians around like that?
I think it's the politicians that we should be offending. They're the ones who are cutting our education, they're the ones that are cutting our welfare, and they're the ones that are destroying our universal healthcare. 2/3 of students are living below the poverty line. What are they meant to do other than protest, other than to participate in non-violent direct action against the people who are doing it to them and then have the hide to come to their universities?
Yeah, but do you really need to push them around like that?
I mean, students at the University of Sydney managed to confront Julie Bishop. She walked up those stairs with a smile, and the security guard certainly took a bashing to a lot of the students there, including female students. So I'm really offended at how the violence has been ignored on the students' behalf, but has been focused on Julie's behalf, of which has been so minimal that she managed to smile her way through it.
Okay, so let's get into your concerns about the budget now. There are several elements to university funding. What's your prime concern with that, the lifting of the cap on university fees?
Deregulation means that universities can charge whatever they want, and coupling that with the Liberal government wanting to take funding away from universities means that universities are going to be looking for other sources to get it, and they're going to find it in students and they're going to find it in staff. Unfortunately, it means that degrees like medicine will be increasing what it looks like to be over 250%. It means that students, instead of having 10 years of debt on average from an undergraduate degree, will now have over 40 years of debt. And of course, that's only the estimations. It's uncapped. It could go as high as we don't even know. We don't even know how high it could go.
The Prime Minister was questioned this morning on the disruption to students who are starting in the next couple of years, saying that they don't know what they're going to end up having to pay. But he was making the point it's only for those starting from 2016 will have the different system applied to them.
I think it's a staggering effect over lots of different ways of increasing fees. So interest to HECS is going to apply to students with a HECS debt regardless of when they got it. We're going to see fees rise from 2016, I believe. But also we're going to see things that are affecting students on the ground paying now. Things like co-payments, things that are going to affect people under 30 in regards to accessing welfare. They're going to add to the student poverty that we're already seeing, that student unions have to put up with. And unfortunately, there is no support from the government, and it's the students who have to pick up all the slack where Tony Abbott just doesn't want to admit it exists.
Well, the government also makes the point that 20% of that additional revenue will go towards scholarships for disadvantaged students. To what degree does that offset what it's doing?
Well, we're already seeing students not come to university because the debt is too high. That's 2/3 of students. If we increase it, it's still going to disadvantage more students, and having a couple scholarships isn't going to offset all the students who are not going to have access to it. In front of me, I see a couple kids standing just behind the camera. I don't know if they're going to be able to go to university. We don't know how much it's going to cost at that point. I mean, it's just upsetting. It is, frankly, just upsetting to students. They feel angry and frustrated, and they want their voice to be heard, and that's why we're taking to the streets.
Okay, Andy Zephyr, thanks for talking to us this morning, and we'll keep across your protest later today.
Thank you so much for your time.